Servus und herzlich willkommen zu unserem Rosewater Let's Play oder zumindest angespielt. Ich habe mir das einfach mal spontan, gegönnt, geholt über Steam. War, glaube ich, gerade auf 22 Euro circa. Ich bin neugierig geworden. Es hat mich so ein bisschen an ein paar Spiele erinnert, die ich ganz früher gespielt habe. Und wir schauen jetzt einfach mal zusammen, ob das ein Behaltespiel ist oder ein Fehlkauf, vielleicht zurückgeben Spiel. Ich weiß nicht viel darüber, außer dass es eigentlich, nicht der zweite Teil ist, sondern so eine Art Nachfolger. Ich habe gerade den Vorgängertitel vergessen. Äh, Irgendwas mit Light City. Lamplight City, glaube ich. Aber auch das habe ich nie kennengelernt, gesehen, gespielt. Wir schauen jetzt einfach hier mal rein und gönnen uns die erste Stunde vielleicht, halbe Stunde. Mal gucken.
Ordered the 743 from Pierre Lorraine for Rosewater, Western Vespuccia. No baggage to speak of, in the literal or metaphorical sense. Just a little hope. And that doesn't take up much space. Much has been said about the Western frontier. The perilous wilderness, the lawless towns, and the tough, hardened folk who make their way out there. Usually to get away from something worse. I suppose I'm about to become one of them myself. There's just one thing Rosewater's got that no place else has. An opportunity with my name on it. The thoughts in my head are running together like the landscape outside the window. Excitement and trepidation and boredom mixing like the scrub and rocks and soil into one long blur. One thing I know, I am ready for a change of scene. Huh. Quiet.
Howdy, ma'am. Allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes on behalf of the town of Rosewater and its inhabitants. Folks call me Jem. And who do I have the honor of greeting?
Harley Legere.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. Might I assist you with your luggage? That is, if you've got any.
I don't.
Ah, right. Well, what brings you to our fair town, Mrs. Legere?
Okay, jetzt dürfen wir schon mitquatschen. Ich bin wegen einer Anstellung hier. Oder ich bin nur auf der Durchreise. Oder das geht dich nichts an. Stimmt denn die Anstellung?
Miss. And I'm here about a job.
Planning on sticking around, huh? Say, what line of work are you in?
If you must know, well, I write. There's an opening at the Rosewater Post.
Well, best of luck with that. The editor at that place ain't somebody you want to cross.
Then we ought to get along fine.
I'm sure you will. But as official town greeter, allow me to offer a small caution. Rosewater ain't always such a sleepy little town.
Hey!
Say, I've just remembered another engagement.
This how you welcome new arrivals? I have a mind to give you a thrashing. All right, enough of that. Look, I was no choir girl.
Aber ich wurde nie
But I had
erwischt.
the good sense not to get caught. Word of advice, kid. Don't pick your mark in broad daylight, especially not at a lawman's doorstep. Go on, beat it, or I really will give you something to cry about. Now, where in the ether is that damn publisher's office?
Well, das ist mein dicker, fetter Mauszeiger. Man kann das auch nicht einstellen, soweit ich weiß. Wir haben D für Diary. Panzerschloss, kein Schlüssel für mich, dreh den Haken frei. Vorhängeschlösser. Wackle mit dem Schlüssel, um mit dem Spaß zu beginnen und nimm dann die Schlange und mach es lange. Lange richtig. Was? Tote Bolzen spannen den Schlüssel und wähle die Schlange. Lass rosten, während du es schüttelst. Zylinderschloss, der Schlüssel bleibt ruhig, der Diamant leuchtet, dreht sich einmal nach oben und dann dreimal nach unten. Ja, okay, das lassen wir mal so stehen. Ich nahm den 743 von Pierre Lorraine nach Rosewater, West Vespuccia. Das hatten wir alle schon vorgelesen bekommen, ne? Das hier nicht. Das haben wir gehört. Das hier auch noch. Die staubigen Straßen von Rosewater ist doch überall dasselbe mit den Leuten. Faul, habgierig und doppelzungig. Ich bin noch keine 10 Minuten in dieser Stadt und fühle mich schon wie zu Hause. Ein paar Straßenjungs nutzen diese verlassene Dorfstraße, um Neuankömmlinge zu belästigen und zu schröpfen. Und das direkt vor dem Büro des Sheriffs. Ein Gauner namens Jem, selbsternannter Gästebegrüßer, führt ein wahrhaftiges Theater auf, während sein junger Kumpan, der weder besonders fingerfertig noch abgebrüht ist, unbeholfen versucht, das Opfer um seine Wertsachen zu erleichtern. Das Opfer bin in diesem Fall ich. Der Ablenker machte sich rar und ich verscheuchte den Taschendieb schließlich mit einer strengen Verwarnung. Ich frage mich, ob ich zu nachsichtig war. Vielleicht wäre es gut gewesen, dem stümperhaften Anfänger zu zeigen, wie erbärmlich dieser Weg sein kann, bevor er ihn zu weit gegangen ist. Ich kann nicht sagen, dass es einen Teil von mir nicht gereizt hätte, dem alten Impulsen kann man nur schwer widerstehen. Hätte eine barmherzige Seele den Anstand und die Rücksicht gehabt, mir in diesem zarten Alter die Augen blau zu kloppen und die Knochen zu brechen, um mich ein für alle Mal in die Arme der Tugend zurückzuschrecken, welchen vernünftigeren Weg hätte mein Leben nehmen können? Okay. I understand. Not. Lesen.
October 25th, 1850. Dear Miss Legere, thank you for submitting your sample. Your writing shows real potential. I'd like to extend an invitation to meet with me at the offices of the Rosewater Post and discuss the possibility of an extended commission. How soon can you arrive in town? I await your reply and look forward to making your acquaintance. Yours, Joan Gallagher.
Okay. Was haben wir noch? Diary, Inventar, Einstellungen. Rechte Maustaste macht das gleich auf. Okay. Und Doppelklick macht einen Teleport? Nee. War irgendwas mit sofort dort sein oder so. Ja, dann gehen wir mal darüber.
Soft drink crates. A sugary, fizzy way to beat the heat. Soft drink crate. Looks sturdy, but there's some rot creeping around the handles. Can't be a good sign when even the blacksmith goes out of business. No shoes for you, horsies. The local sawbones. This is where all the sharp knives and strong drugs will be kept.
Lass einfach mal zur Post gehen, genau.
This is the place.
Ja. So wie ich sie bis jetzt kennengelernt habe, ignorieren wir einfach und gehen rein. Okay.
Hello, can I help you with something?
I'm here about the writing commission.
Ah, yes, you must be Miss Legere. I believe you and Joni exchanged some correspondence on the matter already, yes?
Yep, got the letter right here.
May I see it, please? Very good. Oh, one more thing. Joni's not one for formalities. First names will do.
Noted.
Go up those stairs and knock.
Thanks. What's your name?
Henry Dixon, ma'am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
Autosaving. Ja, ich find's ganz cool so. Also es selbst erklären teilweise. So Rechtsklick, markieren, rüberziehen, dann geht's Fenster zu. Also es funktioniert.
Cozy.
Die Stimmausgabe wirkt auch ganz ansprechend.
They seem to be pretty active around here. I hope that means steady work. Impressive piece of machinery.
Let's go upstairs.
Come in.
Hello, Joan. I'm Harley Legere.
Ah, yes. Nice to finally put a face to the name. Please take a load off. Whiskey?
Bit early for me, but thanks all the same.
Sensible. I like that. I, however, have had a morning, so if you don't mind. Say, have we met before? Something about you seems familiar.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes, shall we? If you're going to join our little family here, I'd like to know more about you.
Die mag's kurz.
Me? Well, I was born and raised in New Britannia. Got out, made my way west, and started writing. I saw your ad while I was up in Pierre. Thought a change of scenery would do me good.
Well, admittedly, Rosewater isn't as cosmopolitan as it used to be, but maybe you'll find it to your liking.
There hasn't been a dull moment since I stepped off the train.
Speaking of, your writing sample had me in stitches. I haven't spent much time in Lamplight City myself, but your descriptions of the toffs in Lyon, hilarious.
That piece was inspired by my last visit a few years ago, actually.
Oh? What brought that about?
I had to go back and settle my late brother's affairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it wasn't in connection with that awful business at the Lamplight City Expo.
Oh, no, it was before that.
The Expo disaster was a national tragedy, of course. But you know, I can't help remembering it as the week our paper sold more copies than it has before or since. Isn't that terrible? But enough about that. Let's get back to why we're here. I loved your sample, and I like you as well, Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a commission. I'll pay you 45 crowns for it. After that, we can talk about more regular opportunities.
Fantastisch, Donnerwetter, klar, so klappt's.
Hot damn. So, what's my assignment? A scathing commentary on Rosewater's decline? Or maybe a hard-hitting expose on the plight of the marginalized criminal youth?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I want you to interview Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
Who?
Oh, the other one. You've been living under a rock. He's a true Western legend. The Achilles of our times. We've got a real opportunity here. Star like that landing in our little town. I'd like something in the vein of your sample. Acerbic and mordant. But maybe not quite so acerbic.
So, a puff piece.
Good, you're paying attention. I want you to make Rosewater look good too. Show me a real frontier hero in a real frontier town.
Where can I find this Jake fellow?
He's taking rooms at the Jack of Diamonds just down the road. And his show is opening today at the Opera House. So he should be around for an interview. I don't know how you're situated here, but you're welcome to use the typewriter in the office.
I only write longhand, but I'd certainly be grateful for a quiet place to work.
Longhand. How charming. Now, if you have any questions before you go, by all means, ask.
Okay, wir könnten ein bisschen was über die Lamplight erfahren.
Any insight you can give me about the town?
It's a far cry from what it used to be. In a way, it's nice not having to hear the noise from the saloon at all hours, but, oh, I don't know. Folk who moved on took some of the charm with them.
What about the folks who stayed behind?
What about him?
They must be pretty stalwart to stick around when others didn't.
Or stubborn. Go on and meet him for yourself. Best draw your own conclusions.
Ja, also wer war der Typ?
So, who was the man that went out your window? Not another writer, I hope.
Oh, God, no. You're the only applicant we've had. Don't worry about him. Just a rabble-rouser with an axe to grind. Thought he could burst in here railing about my journalistic integrity. Most folks stick to writing letters to the editor. I tried to calm him down, but... well, it didn't go that way.
I see.
So, dann die Lamplight Expo.
The Rosewater Post reported on the Lamplight City Expo?
It was only the biggest story that year. I've still got copies of the article saved. Here, read it for yourself.
Ein Fantasiebericht also. The Rosewater Posts. Lamplight City Expo Katastrophe. Der Pavillon zum Thema Ätherizität auf der Weltausstellung in New Bretagne, Kingsland, wurde am vergangenen Samstag Schauplatz einer erschütternden Katastrophe, die 15 Menschenleben forderte. Während einer Vorführung des Ätherizitätsforschers Dr. Bennett Clark versagte ein Ätherizitätsgenerator genanntes Gerät und setzte einen Energiestoß frei, der das Publikum traf, wobei 14 Zuschauer sowie ein Assistent augenblicklich verdampften. Ein Augenzeuge schilderte der New Britannia Gazette den Hergang wie folgt. Das Ding setzte mit einem gewaltigen Knattern ein, das die Damen unter den Anwesenden erschreckte und einiges an aufgeregtem Geschrei hervorrief. Im nächsten Augenblick war da ein blendender Lichtblitz. Danach hörte man nur noch Schreie und es gab einen fürchterlichen Brandgeruch. Von da, wo ich stand, konnte ich sehen, dass eine Gruppe von Leuten, die auf der einen Seite des Apparats versammelt war, einfach verschwunden war. Alles, was übrig blieb, waren Schuhe und Hüte und dergleichen, zusammen mit einem Haufen Asche. Und das Schrecklichste war, dass ihre Schatten an der Wand dahinter zu sehen waren. Der in der Fachwelt umstrittene Dr. Clark vertritt neue Theorien zur Existenz der Ätherizität, einer angeblich unerschöpflichen Energiequelle in der oberen Atmosphäre. Der Pavillon zum Thema Ätherizität, Ätherizität. Eine Ausstellung, die gemeinsam von Kesling Industries, Harman & Grove und Eastern Consolidated Coal gesponsert wurde, sollte das Potenzial der Technologie einem weltweiten Publikum präsentieren, obwohl der Enthusiasmus der Öffentlichkeit nach den Ereignissen des letzten Wochenendes etwas gedämpft sein könnte. Dr. Clark wurde von den Behörden verhört, aber es bleibt abzuwarten, ob er oder einer seiner Sponsoren rechtlich für die Todesopfer des Unfalls verantwortlich gemacht werden kann. Die Gilroy Mine wird geschlossen. Der Schauplatz des Grauens. Premierminister Hartley Roy hat nicht lange gezögert, die Katastrophe der Lamplight City Expo zu kritisieren und das Parlament aufgefordert, ein Verbot der Ätherizitätsforschung zu verhängen. Trotz des vorhersehbaren Widerstands des Atwood-Flügels könnten die Abgeordneten nach der Katastrophe empfänglicher für Leroys Vorschlag sein. Es wird erwartet, dass in den kommenden Wochen eine Abstimmung stattfinden wird. Die Befürworter von Clarks Forschung bestehen darauf, dass ein einzelner Vorfall den potenziellen Nutzen der Ätherizität nicht in Frage stellt, aber die öffentliche Meinung könnte zugunsten des Verbots kippen. 40 Männer arbeitslos wegen der Mine.
Can I keep this?
Frame it if you like.
I'm curious, how did the Rosewater Post get its start?
Well, my dad was a union man. He worked the printing press for the Allied Fall Creek Miners Cooperative. Pamphlets, labour news, that sort of thing. Then the mine owners brought the Blackburns in to bust the whole operation up. My dad was laid up for months and could never work again after. But we still had to eat, didn't we? I took all the equipment from the old shop and started printing up an early version of the Post just to bring a little money in. At first, it was all just community notices and advertisements from local stores. Over time, I got the hang of the whole journalism thing and turned it into a real newspaper.
Wir beschweren uns nicht, sondern wir schreiben darüber natürlich.
I'd best be on my way.
Right you are. Wait a minute.
What?
It's just come to me. I know why you look familiar. You're Spitfire Harley.
Goodness. It's been a long time since anyone called me that.
I saw you fighting back in 26 at Wellesley Hall in the Chum. You took out a brute twice your size with a right hook. Pow! It was like watching David bring down Goliath.
I appreciate the kind words, but that was another life.
Maybe so, but for a 14-year-old kid fresh off the boat, it was pretty damn inspirational.
Thanks, Joan. Appreciate it.
Of course. And please call me Joni.
Joni also, ja. Nochmal quatschen, wir haben gerade eine halbe Stunde hier geredet. Jo, immer noch diese Schlossanleitungen. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich euch das alles vorlesen soll. Das sind viel zu viele Informationen, die mir sonst entgehen eigentlich. Mal gucken, ich bin eigentlich ein bisschen lesefaul. Die Büros der Rosewater Post. Diesem Ort mangelt es nicht an Lebendigkeit. Ich war gerade auf dem Weg, mich im Büro der Rosewater Post vorzustellen, als ich fast von einem Kerl aus New Spain platt gemacht wurde, der aus dem Fenster im 2. Stock auf die Straße geworfen wurde. Nachdem ich mich vergewissert hatte, dass der Sturz nicht tödlich war und die Ereignisse, die ihn ausgelöst hatten, mich nichts angingen, ging ich um ihn herum und ging hinein. Der Fensterwerfer entpuppte sich als niemand anderes als meine zukünftige Chefredakteurin Joan Gallagher, die sich nichts gefallen lässt, keine Förmlichkeiten duldet und Joni genannt werden möchte. Anscheinend war der Mann ein verärgerter Leser, der sich über die letzte Ausgabe aufregte, also warf Joni ihn aus dem Fenster. Das Gespräch war so, als ob nichts passiert wäre und kein Wind durch das zersplitterte Glas wehen würde. Ich erzählte kurz von mir, aber meine Textprobe selbst war wohl schon gut genug. Ich fand Joni sehr sympathisch und das sage ich nicht über jeden, der von meinem Geschreibsel schwärmt und mir eine gut bezahlte Arbeit und eine Chance auf ein ganz neues Leben anbietet. Joni zeigte auf mich, direkt in meine Seele und es warf mich fast um, als sie mich bei meinem alten Namen, einem Namen nannte, den ich wirklich lange nicht mehr gehört hatte. Spitfire Harley. Es muss 15 Jahre her sein, dass ich unter diesem Namen in Jump geboxt habe. Kaum zu glauben, Joni war dabei und erinnerte sich noch an mich. Ich nehme an, ich habe nicht nur mit meinen Fäusten im Gesicht eines armen Bastards Eindruck gemacht. Okay. Ja, aber ich habe bekommen, weswegen ich gekommen bin. Die Vereinbarung ist noch nicht endgültig. Ich habe meinen ersten Auftrag. Ich soll ein Interview mit einem Entertainer namens Gentleman Jake oder Jake Ackerman führen, der hier auftritt und einen Artikel schreiben, der ihn und die Stadt in einem schmeichelhaften Licht zeigt. Eine Lobeshymne, um es einfach auszudrücken. Die Show findet im Opernhaus statt und er selbst ist im Jack of Diamonds Saloon zu finden. Allerdings ist der Ort so klein, dass ich an der Kreuzung stehen und Jake rufen könnte und er wäre in Hörweite, egal wo er wohnt. Das sind nicht gerade die literarischen Aktivitäten, die ich mir vorgestellt habe. Aber es ist ein echter Job für echtes Geld, also werde ich meinen Stolz herunterschlucken, meinen Stift spitzen und schauen, was ich wert bin. Etwa 45 Kronen, wie es scheint. Okay, können wir noch was anschauen hier?
Fascinating device.
Isn't it just? To think, I can send messages from here to Bright Bay with the press of a lever.
What will they think of next?
Mhm.
Nice typewriter.
The first. Good old Sheldon Model 4.
And
Hey,
image.
that's Devil's Tooth. I passed it on the train right here.
Quite a sight, isn't it?
The New Britannia Gazette. Keeping tabs on the competition?
Hardly. I kept that issue because they mentioned my paper.
You support Leroy?
I'm a proud Labourite, sure. I'll admit he hasn't been my favourite PM. But the way things were going with Atwood and the Tradists, this place would have been swallowed up by an automated newspaper conglomerate. Labour Party gets me vote any day of the week.
Fair enough. Is this the first edition of the Rosewater Post?
Yep, March 30th, 1845. One of the best days of me life.
I hope fixing that window won't be too expensive.
I may just leave it for a while. I'm enjoying the breeze.
Okidok. Ja, dann gehen wir mal, ne?
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there. Spitfire Harley, writing for my paper. Now don't that just beat all?
Well.
Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
Exactly who was that gentleman just took a tumble out your second-story window?
I haven't a clue. Devil of a fella. Just busted in here and went straight for Joni's office. He wouldn't be put off, but insisted on speaking with the editor immediately. Said he intended to lodge a complaint. Suppose Joni didn't take too kindly to his manner of lodging.
What's to know about this town?
You picked a fine time to arrive, Miss Legere.
Why's that?
A few years back, you could hardly drive a wagon through the street. It was so full of folk coming and going. I'm sure you've noticed that's no longer the case.
So where did everyone go?
Wherever the Orem actually is would be my guess. There's still some prospectors hanging on, convinced they'll find something everyone else missed. I'm sure they'll all come to their senses eventually.
If they all go, where will that leave you?
Why, getting by, I imagine. Peaceful, quiet life. The railroad still brings some traffic. Folks on their way further west or shipping goods back east. Although not as many as before the transcontinental airship line opened up. Easier to sail clear over the country than ride the rails halfway. Suits me fine, though.
Been working here long, Mr. Dixon?
Oh, about 5 years. I was the first one Joni hired on shortly after launching the paper. Was a farmhand before that. Keeping books is much nicer than tending cow pens, let me tell you.
Those are some mighty fine whiskers you've got.
Oh, why, thank you, Miss Legere. The missus tells me I ought to shave, but I'm fond of the look.
As you should be. Anything I should know about the townsfolk?
Can't really help you there. I'm just a simple family man, and we keep to ourselves.
I'll leave you to your work.
Appreciate it, ma'am.
Shit. Dann schauen wir uns mal ein bisschen um und suchen den Jacker Diamonds Saloon. Ach, wenn ich doppelklicke auf den
Was your
Finger, dann...
meeting satisfactory, ma'am?
Quite so. Did you find any of those butterscotch sweets I asked for?
Afraid not. Only taffy and some peppermints.
Pity. This place seems to lack even the smallest of pleasures. Shall we?
Hm? Heterizität. Steampunkizissimi. Okay, das sind keine 60 FPS. Hier geht's nicht weiter.
Looks like it's been up for ages. Wonder if they ever caught the guy. Or maybe he retired from crime. Or died of old age. Wonder if the whiskey here is any better than the rot gut back in Pierre. Horse pills? Is that pills for horses or pills made from horses? Or both?
Maybe both, wollte ich gerade sagen, ja. Bevor wir reingehen, schauen wir mal so ein bisschen um die Stadt.
Business seems slow today. Probably a good thing. Business seems slow today.
Mhm. Das ist dann wohl die Oper.
Betrayal, murder, revenge, classic stuff. Never works out that way in real life. Never heard of this one. For 20 coppers, it had better be one hell of a show.
Wenn ich da schon reinnehme.
Dr. Bennett Clark, Master of Ethericity. All right, the Ethericity fellow. I didn't know he was working out here.
Wo geht's zurück? Hier. Na, dann mal hinein da. Was das Drugs?
Warning, watch the dang door. Signed, Management. Food delivery for the lazy. These seem to be for decoration more than anything else.
Reden wir doch mal mit dem ernsten Schauer hier.
Excuse me, kid, I need to get upstairs.
I'm really sorry, miss, but Mr. Ackerman's not taking any more meetings right now.
I'm here on behalf of the Rosewater Post.
Did you make an appointment?
No, I just got the assignment.
Okay. Look, Mr. Ackerman's upstairs getting ready for his show. It starts in less than an hour. Why don't you come by and watch? You can come meet him afterwards.
I just need to interview him for a newspaper article.
Well, now, that's perfect. If you're going to write about him, you should definitely see the show. Trust me, he's a real dazzler.
Suppose it beats waiting around here.
Right.
Gentleman Jake's show will be starting at the theater soon. You won't want to miss a second of it.
Well, let's see.
The local populace getting sloshed. The local populace getting sloshed.
Können wir sonst noch irgendwas hier anschauen?
Scenes from the wild country. A night campfire, a wild horse, and a bear in the mountains. Sure would be something to see all that up close and personal. Except maybe the bear. Someone's hunting trophy.
So, dann schauen wir uns mal diesen Dings hier an.
Now that is mighty tempting. Warning, watch the dang door. Signed, management.
Watch the dang door. Kann man jemanden K.O. hauen? Ich würde trotzdem gerne hochgehen.
Gentleman Jake's show will be starting at the theater soon. You won't want to miss a second of it.
Vielleicht ist mein Zimmer auch da oben. Na gut, also... Jetzt steht da hinten jemand. Aha, Taschendiebskollege.
You again?
Oh, hey, Harmony, was it?
Harley. What in the ether are you doing here?
Oh, you're not still sore about earlier.
You bet your scrawny ass I am.
Look, nothing personal. My brother and me are just doing our best to get by.
Your brother? And you just strolled away? I ought to knock you into a cocked hat.
Hey, you gotta look out for number one.
You picked the wrong mark, but I can let that go. Hell, with a little effort, you two could be halfway decent grifters. But if there's one thing turns my stomach, it's disloyalty. That's your flesh and blood. If you don't have your own brothers back, who else on this wretched earth is going to give a flip if you're alive or dead?
You made your point. Now can we drop it already? I'm trying to do an actual legitimate job here.
Don't tell me.
Legitimate job? So you're not selling snake oil or stock tips or fire insurance?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm selling tickets to Gentleman Jake's legendary Wild West show. Only 20 coppers.
Ja, Spesen.
I'll take one of those tickets.
Swell! And when would you like to come see the show?
Whenever it starts?
Oh, you mean today? Oh, well, I'm afraid I gotta disappoint you there. Sold the last of today's tickets not 10 minutes before you walked up.
Seriously?
Seriously, this ain't exactly the Coliseum. It only fits so many, and folks around here are real excited to see Gentleman Jake in person.
All right, look. I don't need to see some yahoo firing off his pea shooter. I just want to talk to this Jake fellow.
And I'm sure Gentleman Jake would be happy to meet you if you had a ticket to get in. Course, I might be able to sneak you in quiet-like, but I'd be putting my job on the line, and I can't afford to lose it now. After all, I have my little brother to look after.
Just tell me what you want.
Only a small favor.
Spit it out.
Just help me retrieve something, a small item of great personal value. It's only my pa's pocket watch, family heirloom, you see.
What happened to it?
It was stolen is what? By that one-eyed scalawag Lola Johnson. Probably stashed it away in the old smithy. She's been squatting in there for weeks now.
Bestechung anbieten. Na, dann lernen wir die andere nicht kennen. Lass mich rein sonst. Nee, warte.
Where'd your brother get to? Keeping out of trouble?
Matter of fact, He's trying to make good after that screw-up earlier. Decided he's gonna try and get Pa's watch back all by himself. He's real tore up over losing it.
And you're letting him risk his neck again? He'll be collared in no time. Like as not, you'll never see him again.
Oh, I know. I tried talking sense into him, but he's dead set on it. Wants to prove himself. But he'll be in real hot water if he gets caught, which he probably will. That's why I'm asking you to do it before he goes and does something stupid. I can tell you could pull it off. No problem.
Warum macht sie es so widerwillig? Kann man nicht einfach sagen, ja, mach ich. So wie Heinrich.
That kid deserves better than getting strung up for doing your dirty work. Call him off. I'll handle it.
Swell. You know where to find me.
Tagebuch. Das haben wir alles, oder? Außerhalb des Rosewater Opera House. Sein Bruder, dieses Baby mit den Zitterfingern, war kein Mitläufer, sondern Jems Bruder. Ich habe es falsch betont. Und der Idiot hat ihn sitzen lassen, als es brenzlig wurde. Diese Niedertracht kann selbst ich nicht verstehen. Du musst auf deinen kleinen Bruder aufpassen und ihn beschützen, was auch immer es kostet. Irgendwie habe ich mich zum Laufburschen für diese moralische Eiterbeule von Mensch herabgelassen. Seit unserer letzten Begegnung hat er einen rasanten Aufstieg vom Gruß August zum Ticketverkäufer hingelegt und blockiert nun den einzigen Ort, den ich unbedingt betreten will. Das Opernhaus, wo Gentleman Jake bald sein Publikum begeistern wird, dem ich entschlossen bin, mich anzuschließen. Für die Gunst des Einlasses habe ich mich widerwillig bereit erklärt, in Jems Auftrag einen leichten Einbruch zu begehen. Er bittet mich von der einäugigen Gaunerin Lola Johnson, offensichtlich eine Herumtreiberin, eine gestohlene Taschenuhr zurückzuholen, die einst dem Vater der Jungen gehörte und irgendwo in der verlassenen Schmiede, die sie bewohnt, versteckt ist. Er ließ durchblicken, dass der kleine Bruder es selbst versuchen würde, wenn ich mich weigerte. Eine hirnrissige Idee, die das dumme Kind sicher im Gefängnis oder schlimmer enden lassen würde. Da ich ein Weicher bin, habe ich nachgegeben, wenn auch nur um des Jungen willen. Wir können wohl die Tür aufmachen.
Wait a minute. You can't just go in there without a ticket.
Wait here. I'll be back.
I look forward to it. Wait a minute.
Ja, man kann es mal probieren.
Wait here. I'll be back.
I look forward to
it. Geh mal erst zum Physician.
Oh, hello there. Don't think I've seen you around before.
Just arrived in town. Name's Harley Leger. And you're Dr. Sedgwick?
At your service. Welcome to Rosewater and to my clinic. If there's something ailing you, you'll have to take a seat. My hands are a bit full right now.
That's all right. I was just looking around.
Oh, that's a relief. I'll be occupied with my patient a while. Had a nasty fall from the Rosewater Post's second-floor window. Never a dull moment around here.
So, ich dachte, ich mache eine Aderlass.
He doesn't look half bad, all things considered.
No, he was lucky. Once I'm done here and the laudanum wears off, he should be right as rain.
Okay.
Well, that's just disgusting.
Not disgusting, it's fascinating, awe-inspiring.
To each his own. Medical College of Wicks? Never heard of it.
It's in central Rotterdam. Not quite the University of New Britannia, but then what is?
Quite a variety of potions and tonics you've got here, Doc.
It's only a small part of the bounteous pharmacopoeia that nature might make available to us, if only we knew her secrets. There is so much to be discovered.
That's impressively clean.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say, and good health starts with good hygiene.
Cleanliness, nice.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, I wouldn't try talking to him just now, Miss Leger. I gave him a mild narcotic to numb the pain. He'll be out of sorts for a while.
I imagine you get your hands pretty dirty in this line of work?
It's for cleansing before, not after. I am a follower of the modern European theories, positing that disease follows from the propagation of tiny animalcules living on the surface of the skin. Thorough washing with soap and water is said to eradicate them.
Drown the little bastards, huh?
Something like that.
Alright. Ich gehe da mal. Wir sehen uns bestimmt noch. Wir könnten auch mal zum
So
Sheriff
they
gehen.
do have the law here, in theory at least.
Howdy, stranger. Fresh off the train?
Yes, sir.
Come on in then. Let's have a chat. I'm Sheriff Gamble.
Harley Leger.
Pleasure. Just passing through, or...
I'm here about a job.
Well now, that's refreshing. Few come to Rosewater these days with the intent of staying long. How are you finding our town?
I can't say much for the welcoming committee.
Beg pardon?
I wasn't in your town but 2 minutes when I was accosted by a pair of gutter snipes. They should thank their lucky stars I was in a good mood.
I keep telling Jim to stop with that town greeter malarkey, but that boy's got a head harder than granite. I've been too soft. I ought to throw him in lockup until he gets his head on straight.
Trust me, that'll only make things worse. Besides, I don't think they've yet written a statute outlawing vexatiousness.
You've a forgiving nature, Miss Leger. Anyhow, welcome to Rosewater. If you run into any more trouble, come and see me.
Alrighty. Dann nochmal ein Spucknapf-Toilettchen.
Doesn't look too comfy, but I guess that's the point. Does this cell see much use?
Nah, not really. But that's fine by me. The less I have to clean out that pot, the better.
I see.
Those are some stern-looking ladies. Not a bad view. Hey, Sheriff?
Yes, ma'am?
Who are the people in this photo?
Those are my sisters, Lord bless them. Sadie died a few months after this picture was taken. I'm grateful to have this to remind me of her smile. Mary was always my favorite. The trouble we used to get into when we was kids. Beulah's a real firebrand. She'd smack you across the face soon as look at you. She did to me plenty.
Okay, da sind aber 5 drauf. Sind es dann die Mütter? Sind 5 Damen, oder? Naja.
Looks like a pretty rough sort. This fellow still at large?
Yep, but I reckon he's left the province.
Reminder, confiscated items to be placed in the box below.
Und in der Box below?
A plain leather bag. Wonder what's inside.
Frag
What's in the
doch.
bag?
Oh, that's a set of lockpicks I confiscated from a would-be burglar.
Mhm.
I wouldn't have figured the sheriff for a naturalist. Fancy yourself a lepidopterist?
Ha! Hardly. Picked that display up from a passing rag and bone man. But I like when the sun shines on their wings just so. Real thing of beauty.
Mhm. Ein paar Schießgewehrchen.
Impressive collection. Hey, Sheriff?
Miss Leger?
What's the story with these guns?
Now these are standard issue repeaters. Pretty powerful rifles. Thankfully, I've yet to use one in the line of duty. Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of one of these.
Okay, und oben noch der Horseshoe.
What a peculiar decoration. Hey, Sheriff?
Yes, ma'am?
Why have you got a horseshoe hanging above the door?
Ah, glad you asked. My grandpappy told me a story about a blacksmith who was visited by the devil. The devil asked the smith to make him a horseshoe for his own hoofed feet, you see. So, the blacksmith took a red-hot horseshoe and nailed it straight onto one of his hooves. The devil howled out in pain. He begged the blacksmith to take it off again. The smith agreed, but on one condition. The devil must always respect the horseshoe and never enter any place where one is hung above the door. Hell of a story, wouldn't you say?
Irgendwie schon, ja. Okay, ich glaube, ich habe genug gehört hier. Die Dietriche wären mal gut, wenn wir... Ach so, ja genau. Ich wollte mal schauen, ob wir die klauen können.
Welcome back, Miss Legere.
Nehmen. Mal schauen, was er sagt.
I can't just swipe these from right under his nose.
Why not?
Hey, Sheriff?
Ma'am?
Could you tell me about the ladies in this photo again?
Those are my sisters, Lord bless them. Irma's a real sweetheart. Don't think I ever met a kinder soul.
He'll notice they're missing.
Sadie died a few months after this picture was taken.
Reminder, confiscated items to be...
Beulah's a real firebrand. She'd smack you across the face soon as look at you. She did to me plenty.
Ja, bin ich mich durchgegangen. Okay. Ja. Ich würde sagen, wir schauen uns danach noch eine Folge an. Wir machen hier einmal Schluss. Und da werden wir dann in diese Scheune wahrscheinlich irgendwie einbrechen. Vielleicht brauchen wir die Dietriche dazu. Mal schauen, was wir so hier alles machen können. Wen wir aktivieren können. Bisher flasht es mich nicht, haut mich nicht um. Aber die Geschichte ist okay, ne? Es breitet sich so eine kleine Story aus, so ein kleiner Plot. Könnte ganz cool sein. Ich bin noch entspannt und unvoreingenommen. Leicht positiv. Aber bevor wir uns das hier anschauen und weitermachen und rausfinden, wie wir da reinkommen und so weiter, einmal hier Stopp. Ich hoffe, ich kann speichern. Jawohl. Autosave. Nennen wir es Folge 1. Sichern. Und dann sehen wir uns in der nächsten Folge, wenn du Lust hast. Ich bin neugierig. Bis dann. Ciao.